Hey everybody, Wookie Rob. I just wanted to throw a little video up. I planted potatoes yesterday. I just almost didn't plant them. Seemed to be an epidemic around here. I won't name the offending company that sends their junk over here for us to use. So that's an old tire. But the tubes is what's junk. Maybe I can get over here out of the wind. But I just planted 2 rows this year. It's about 20 pound or so. I planted 50 pound last year, and majority of them just went to waste. We just don't eat that many potatoes. We don't need 400 or 500 pounds of potatoes to get us through the winter. So I decided I'd go ahead and plant them. Normally I wait till about the 17th, but the weather was okay. But around here, southeast Oklahoma, we usually get another cold spell about the time Easter rolls around, and this year Easter's in the middle of April. So one of the risks of planting is these will come through the ground by next month, and we'll get a late frost, and it'll knock the foliage down, and it'll have to put all that energy into sending up new growth, which will harm your harvest. You just won't set as good a crop because it put way too much more energy into growing the plant. But at the same time, we have to get them in around this time of year, because when the heat of June gets here, it's going to be too hot, and those potatoes are going to rot in the ground if you don't dig them up. You can't leave your potatoes in this ground anyway much longer than the first part of June. You know, that's weather related. But I went ahead and planted them. I did go over the garden again, except for that far corner down there, and it's got a lot of henbit in it, and the bees are working it, so I left it. But it won't take much to plow that under, and it'll put a little bit of green manure back in the ground down there. So it's not a major deal that it's still growing down there. I just want to leave what I could for the bees, because they need everything they can get this time of year. We've had some warm weather, and they're brooding up. There's a lot of new bees being raised, and there's just not enough out there right now. And I'll put a card up there in the corner of me planting potatoes last year, and you can see how I planted them. I didn't see any point in throwing up a bunch more extra footage of the same thing. Just wanted to update y'all on how the garden's going. Broccoli and onions and everything's starting to come back. We didn't get the hard freeze they was talking about this weekend. It got, I don't know, in the mid-30s probably, which didn't harm them at all. But the cabbage is still a little beat up, but it's putting out new growth, and I believe it'll make it. So thanks for watching, and I'll keep you updated on what I plant as the season rolls along. See, the next thing I plant's going to be probably the first part of April, so there's not going to be much else planted until then.